Welcome back to MilduraWeekly.com.au. This is Talk of the Town, and today I'm catching up with the new Chief Executive of the Mallee Regional Innovation Centre, Rebecca Wells. Beck, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Now, it's an exciting new venture, the Innovation Centre. What can you tell us about it and how it's all come about?
So yes, the centre, the Mallee Regional Innovation Centre, has launched and it's in our region. So it's actually place-based. We have a presence here, which is very exciting. We've recently launched the centre. So the Minister for Agriculture, Jacqueline Symes, was here. So the Victorian Government has made a commitment of $1.7 million for the establishment of the centre here. So part of that is to drive research and innovation in our region. So that's very exciting because we do have a rich history of innovation and research. So
is that across the board, Beck? Are we looking at certain areas, or are we looking at everything from what we do locally, from horticultural agriculture to small business? Is it a wide focus?
Sure. So there's actually 4 key areas that have emerged that the centre will be looking at. So broadly, we're looking at renewables, water, the environment, and agriculture, but more specifically horticulture, because it has such a large presence here.
So probably 4 key issues that a lot of our federal politicians are talking about with the federal election just run.
Yes, definitely, very topical.
How do people get involved with the Innovation Centre? Is it going to be targeting key businesses groups, or we'll be working with local universities? What can you tell us about that setup?
Sure. So maybe I'll just give you a little bit of background about how the centre came about.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the centre initially came out of a seed of an idea through the Mallee Regional Partnership, and from there, Melbourne University got involved. So they've been up in the region, and they've spent a lot of time talking to key organisations and individuals. But part of what was really crucial for that and for the centre to evolve and to be established was the partnerships that they've putting together with La Trobe University and Sunny TAFE. So that collaboration, and we know collaboration brings capacity building and has greater impact. So with those 3 educational providers coming together, that'll be quite significant in terms of their capabilities and what they'll be able to do. So the centre will be looking at a number of things. So some of that will be those 4 key areas, but there'll also be opportunities in terms of bringing early researchers or early career researchers to the region from La Trobe University and the Melbourne University. So it's a
great way to really partner with a couple of students that might be looking at that as a setup and what they want to do with their life, basically.
Definitely, those sorts of opportunities. So, and in terms of what they'll be focusing on, we'll have some working groups in terms of how the centre's actually put together, and those key areas will form part of those working groups. They'll be the themes that they'll be looking at, and we're hoping that from those working groups there'll be ideas, and they'll look at challenges and issues, and part of it is a value add, because we realise that there's actually a lot going on in the region. You know, there's lots happening, and we want to bring that value add. So what is there that we can look at? So those working groups will then come up with some ideas, and then they'll filter through the rest of our system. So we've got a strategic advisory panel as well.
Is the state government putting up some ongoing funding to help keep the new centre up and running, or is it a conditional basis at this stage?
So the funding was announced for 3 years. So, but the key partners are also making contributions as well.
Fantastic. In terms of a little bit about your own background, what can you tell us about how you've come about into this new position?
Sure. So I'm really excited to be taking on this new role in our region, and I've got a background in a number of areas. So I have a lot of governance experience. So I sit on the Community Bank National Council for Bendigo and Adelaide Bank, and through that too I sit on another of other working groups and reference groups as well through the Community Bank network structure. I was also recently, well up until very recently, a member of the Mallee Regional Partnership, so I've been a member of that as well. I'm also a chair of the local community bank, Mabine District Community Bank, so that all of these things I think bring expertise to the centre. And I grew up on a block, so I'm very familiar with horticulture and what goes on, and the seasons and how they work. So from that point of view, I have an understanding, and I think I've got some great networks in the region as well. So all of those are going to be really key to moving the centre forward.
What's your first initial goals now that it is up and running? I said a very new venture, very fresh. What's the first couple of steps, and then I guess looking forward to maybe 3 years down the track, what are your goals there?
Sure. So I think part of now that we've launched is actually getting those working groups up and running. So we have researchers from both the universities already looking and wanting to talk to locals about projects. So and if anyone's interested and has some ideas, please come and speak to me, have a conversation, because that'll be part of my role at the moment too, getting out and talking to people about what's going on, what's happening, and what their interests are. So we're really keen to, I guess, link in and, as I said, value add where we can.
Perfect. Rebecca, thank you so much again for joining me.
No worries, thank you for having me.
Be sure to tune back into milduraweekly.com.au for more videos.